I'm actually not going to be telling any marijuana jokes tonight. So I moved to DC maybe like 3 years ago because I saw this ad in a magazine. Have you seen them? There's like an interracial couple and they're like really well dressed and they're like at a museum. And at the bottom it says DC Cool. That's right, DC Cool. So I was like, all right, that looks like a pretty cool place to live. So after living here for a little while, I came up with a couple of my own taglines for the city. DC, it's close to New York. DC, if you squint a little bit, it kind of looks like Europe. DC, official sponsor, Sperry Topsiders. DC, the whitest black majority city you've ever visited. So speaking of color, I'm a brown girl. And as a brown girl with a sick ombre, I get confused a lot for the international hip-hop artist and troublemaker MIA. And this happens a lot on Halloween. It's really annoying. Like, in 2012, I dressed up like grapes. Like, I was covered in purple balloons, and I had a green beanie on my head, and someone came up to me and was like, oh my god, I love your MIA costume. 2013, I'm dressed up like Freddie Mercury. Okay, I have my hair slicked back, piano belt, fake mustache, and I'm dressed like a human man, and someone comes up to me and says, oh my god, I love your MIA costume. And last year, I am dressed up like that egg from Garfield. You know, the egg that never hatches? It's just no face, just the legs. I don't know its name. And again, you guessed it, someone comes up to me and says, oh my god, you look like MIA, I love your costume. What the hell, people? Never seen a brown girl with an ombre before? So I'm first generation, and my parents worked really hard to give me the same opportunities that all Americans have. And they worked really hard so that I could squander the first quarter of my life trying to figure out who I am, and then realize that I have no marketable skills. And my parents, you know, they are great people. I mean, they are so smart. They both have master's degrees. My dad is a chemical engineer, which made him really good at his first job when we immigrated here at Domino's Pizza. So he published the theory of inverse pepperoni. I didn't know how that was gonna go. They dumpster dived before it was cool and popular, not because they were hipsters, but because we were poor. So I sacrificed, I paid them back for all their sacrifice by studying the guaranteed return on investment major, art history. So now whenever I'm at a museum getting my photo taken for a DC Cool ad, and someone asks me, oh, is this a mid-century blah blah blah, I can be like, I'm not really sure. I guess, springtime, and you know what that means, time to get out the lawnmower so I can shave my legs. And then, I was thinking to myself, like, am I ready to enter the vicious cycle of razor burn, prickly cactus legs, and dashed expectations? Or am I going to take a walk in Susan B. Anthony's shoes and expose the undeniable hairy truth that, yes, women outside of Northern California and the Pacific Northwest, that women everywhere have leg on their hairs. And frankly, you know that? Like, we grow leg hair also, we just hide it from everybody. And it's just like, it makes me really upset because, like, I just feel like women put a lot of effort into how they look, and it rarely gets noticed. And frankly, you know what, ladies? My advice to you is let your leg hair grow out, because then I think your man will finally notice what you're doing to your hair. Have you ever asked a girl out and gotten their boyfriend's number instead? Yeah, I have, you know, dating this guy, and he's really sweet, and we're not super cuddly when we're in public, which, you know, like he's not up here hugging me through my entire set like I asked him to do. So we were at this party, and you know, like I said, we're not cuddly, so it kind of sometimes gives people the impression that, you know, we're not dating. And so in comes this guy, Kyle, and he kind of has this vibe where he's like, I don't really know how to talk to ladies, like, just washed my hair in apple cider vinegar. I just read the Dr. Bronner's bottle and it all made sense to me. Yeah, so we're like leaving the party and like Kyle comes up behind us and he's not really looking at either one of us, so like we're not really sure who he's addressing, and he's like, sorry to make this awkward, which makes it super awkward. And he just says, can I have your number? And like before either of us realize what's going on, like my boyfriend, who is just like really into making friends, is like, yeah man, like here, like you can have my number. And like this is when it clicks in Kyle's head, like, oh, they're dating. And he looks a little defeated. Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, what would Kyle say to like his buddy that night, like when they're like recapping stories from going out? And I was just thinking he'd be like, yeah, I was trying to get this girl's number, like, but I got her boyfriend's, but I feel like if I like go out with him for like 6 to 8 months, like then I can like make this happen. So yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much, everyone.